Hey guys, what's up? Treron here, and as you know, the new map RIO just got released, along with all of these new vehicles. So today, I'm going to showcase them and tell you their IDs so you can spawn them in yourself. So first of all, the first vehicle that I'm showing you is going to be the Cabrietti, or however you say it. I'm not too good with Brazilian car names, but the IDs are right above them right here. So this just seems like your standard civilian car that you'd find in most towns. Top speed is 47 miles per hour. You know, just your average car. And now the next car I'll be showing you is also just another standard civilian car. This one's called the Paulio. You know, I'm sorry guys, I really can't say these names, but you get the gist of it. ID is right there, and you know, just another pretty standard car. This one's top speed 46 miles per hour, so you know, slightly slower than the other one, but not by much, so it won't really make that much of a difference. Now the third car, which I'm going to show you, that was added to RIO, is the cargo van, which, you know, it seems like a pretty cool van, to be honest. It's got 5 seats. You could bring a whole group in here. Back is completely protected, except from the front, I guess. Oh, almost hit that. Top speed is 41 miles per hour, so pretty slow. But you know, just another civilian car that you would find. And now the next car is the farmer truck. There are 2 variants of this. One of them is green, I believe, and it's just a standard farming equipment thing. It's kind of like the tractor, but actually like useful in a way. It's pretty slow with the top speed being 38 miles per hour, but it can hold 6 seats, so that's pretty good. So yeah, pretty standard farm truck. On to the next one, Ultra Gaz Truck. Now, when I heard the name of this, I thought it would be like pretty cool. It's got ultra in the name, you know. But when I drove it around, it really just seems like an average truck, you know. 44 miles per hour, has 6 seats. One cool thing you could do is you could put some lockers in the back, maybe make a little roaming vehicle. Get your loot put in the back, take it home. This seems like a pretty average vehicle. It's got decent health. I mean, nothing too high, but you know, just average truck. Okay, now we're getting to the cooler vehicles. This one is the party truck. Now there are 2 different kind of party trucks. There's this type and then there's this type. This one only comes in one color for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just a pretty big truck. It only has 2 seats though, so you can't really drive around with too many people. But you could build a base in the back if you wanted to because of how big it is. Goes 32 miles per hour, really slow. Really not that good of a vehicle, to be honest, but I mean, it is kind of unique, kind of fun. You know, got some speakers on it. Not much else to really say about it. So this truck, I'm gonna guess that it's exactly the same. Yeah, top speed 32. Exactly the same as it's the other one, so yeah, nothing too exciting here. And now we're on to the police and military vehicles. First thing first, I'm going to show you the police car. It has a top speed of 46 miles per hour, so it won't even be able to catch up to the green Cabrietti, or whatever you say, whatever it's called. I mean, I don't know how a police car is supposed to, you know, do a policing job if it can't even catch up to a civilian car. But, you know, guess that's how it do be sometimes. So on to the next vehicle, the police truck. I'm gonna guess this one's gonna be a bit tankier and maybe hold a bit more gas, but let's see about the speed. The speed is 2 miles slower than the other one. So I would personally prefer this one because it's slightly faster, but I mean they're about the same, except this one can hold 5 people and this one can only hold 4, so that would be the one advantage of this. And now we're on to the RIO military vehicles. We got the off-roader, which is exactly like the other off-roaders from the other maps, so I'm not going to show it off. We got the armored off-roader, exactly the same as the other maps. You've got a Ural, exactly the same as the other maps, a tank, and then the first unique RIO military vehicle, the Jaguar. Now this is basically just a RIO APC. It can go in the water, it's tanky, it has 9 seats. The normal APC actually only has 8, so this is a bit better. But the one thing about this that I don't like is how hard it is to armor this part. You need like at least 5 plates to armor it, when in a normal APC you only need 2. So yeah, this is a pretty good vehicle. You'd be lucky if you found this on a server. And now we're getting to the really cool vehicles, the Urthor. Basically, this is like an APC. I'm actually not sure if it can go in water, so we're going to test it out right now. I'm going to guess it can, but it sounds like an APC, and it's about as fast as an APC. But it actually cannot go in water. Well, okay, but the thing that makes the Urthor really cool is that it has a mounted gun on it. So just imagine that you're like driving by someone and there's a car or a person just standing here. You can just mow them down. It's actually like not that hard to aim with. Like most mounted HMGs are just like really hard to aim with, but I feel like this one like might not be that way, and you can actually use it in like PvP. So that's pretty cool. And now we're getting to the really cool vehicles of this map. So the helicopter, one of the helicopters that was added is the RIO Panther, which is literally a Orca from Russia, but in RIO. So I'm not gonna fly it because you guys already know what it's like. And here's a blank parade float. They've added 3 parade floats, the IDs being right here. And I mean, they're not very good vehicles, but I think they're really cool just because they're parade floats, and like imagine all the cool stuff you could like build on these. And it's not really good for survival or PvP, but I imagine the role players could do something cool with them, but I'm not really all into that. But let's check out what the top speed is. I'm guessing it's gonna be really slow. Yeah, only 27 miles per hour, and it's so wide. It actually looks like it might have a decent amount of health. Oh my god, this thing's actually pretty tanky. Is it bullet resistant? Oh, it's not bullet resistant though. So I mean, this would be pretty cool if you're a RP player. Maybe you could make a parade float and have a parade, but if you play vanilla like me or PvP, this is going to be basically useless. So yeah. Yo, did somebody say the bird from RIO? Okay, now the next 2 vehicles. I'm guessing they have something to do with the lore. The ZPD Truck and the ZPD Jeep. Now, I haven't really explored the map at all yet, but I'm gonna guess these were some sort of zombie control agencies, according to the lore. So, I mean, that's what they are, but let's see what kind of stats they have. So, the ZPD Truck, it's basically an ambulance. I'm guessing that's to like control and quarantine zombies and survivors. Pretty slow, 33 miles per hour. Basically just an ambulance. But let's see if it takes damage. Yeah, it's not bullet resistant either. So honestly, it's not that good of a vehicle, but it does look really cool, so I'll give it that. Next up is the ZPD Jeep. It looks, I gotta say, it looks cooler than the ZPD Truck. And let's see if it's faster. It's actually about the same speed. You know, I was really hoping that these vehicles would be faster because they look really cool. And I would really like using one of these. But I mean, pretty much all the vehicles, even the civilian vehicles, are better than them. So it's really not that good of a vehicle, to be honest, other than the looks. It takes damage as well, so it's not bullet resistant, it's slow, it's hard to armor. It looks really, really cool though. Really the only thing the ZPD vehicles have going for them. Okay, and I saved the best for last. This is basically the coolest vehicle that the team has added to RIO. It's basically a helicopter, but it has a rocket launcher mounted to it, like on the sides. So I'll show you how this thing flies. The ID is 4433. I'm gonna clear away these signs in case the thing crashes into them. And let's go. So it really looks like a hummingbird. And before I fly, let's check. It is completely bullet resistant, so it is not as weak as a hummingbird. So here we go. It feels really smooth. It feels almost as smooth as a hummingbird. Really easy to control. It is a pretty solid helicopter, but that's not why it's good. The super good part about this, and why it's probably the best helicopter in the game, is because of this. If you're in the second seat, you control a rocket launcher. And it's no like tiny rocket launcher. This is a pretty solid gun. The only problem is what the heck? Okay, it seems like we got a little glitch right now. If the thing's parked and you look down, you can see under the map. But the only bad thing about it is that the cone of which you can aim is really small, so you'd have to have good communication with the pilot to actually land your shots. Like, we're basically pointed almost directly, or not directly, we're pointed pretty close to that Jeep, and I still can't even hit it like that. But even still, like, it's a rocket launcher, so I mean, can you really complain? So yeah, that is all of the new vehicles that were added in RIO. So make sure that you like and subscribe and check out my other RIO videos. And by the way, all of the IDs are in the description if you missed any. So yeah, that'll pretty much be it. I'll see you in the next one.